Welcome to Inside Gulliver Athletics. I'm Athletic Director Ira Childress. In studio today, we have our boys golf team, head coach Jim Piggott. Coach,
good.
You want to introduce your student athletes?
Yeah, thanks for having us. This is our sophomore, John Marshall, and our team captain, senior, Jason Kleiman.
Because we were talking at the beginning of the season, you felt like this could be a really, really good year. Did you ever imagine having this type of season and going to state?
I definitely thought it was in the cards, but I knew that we had to do everything right. And seeing how it all progressed over the last couple of years, and these guys have been together for over 4, we knew that getting into the regions, that if we posted the score that we needed to post, whether that we would have qualified as the top 3 or maybe gotten that at-large bid, that it was definitely a possibility. So, I mean, they deserved it and earned it, and I'm really proud of them.
John, I had a chance to come out and see you earlier this season. You've been playing really, really well. What would you attribute that to?
I've been just practicing a lot, and our team has grown a lot for the past 4 years, and we've just been grinding and really proud of what we made and how we're going to states. It's just really exciting.
You as a captain, what's it been to you to be going to states?
Oh, I've never made it, so this is a really nice senior present. This is my last event to be states. That's really special for me.
What have you seen different this year than previous years?
You know, we all really worked hard over the off season and over the summer, and we came back, all of us, and we really were a lot better, and it made it all fun. We won a lot. We're making it.
Yeah.
We've talked a lot about getting to states. Take us through the process in your mind over the last couple of years that it took to get here.
Well, it was really cyclical for us. We went through a stage where we graduated a lot of top players, really good players, and it just took a while for us to kind of find who we were and make sure we got through the experience of it all. And that's playing like Jason was saying in the off season, doing tournaments as much as possible. So when you're out on that field, that you're ready to go, and that pressure isn't going to get to you because you're used to doing it, and not just waiting for the season in high school to come along to that position where now you have all that pressure on you, and the experience is just giving you that availability to just follow through and just have a short memory. And that's what I tell the guys all the time. You're going to have bad shots, you're going to have bad holes, and just try to brush it off and just have a short memory on it.
John, what's your favorite part of the game, whether it be putting, your short game, or driving off the tee? I mean, what's your favorite part of golf?
For me, probably the driving part of the game, just hitting it really far. I love that. Yeah.
So I'm not a good golfer. What tip would you give me to be able to drive the ball really far?
Good tempo.
Good tempo. What does that mean?
Swinging slow and not swing too quick. Because if you swing too quick, then the club face might turn the wrong way that you don't want to, and that might lead to the ball going off the fairway or into a hazard. So just swing super slow, and you should be good.
My favorite part is the irons. I like, because it's my strength, so I like seeing the ball go really, really close to the hole. It always just makes me excited.
Coach, I'm going to ask everyone this question, but we'll start with you. What's your favorite memory thus far of this group in terms of golf?
This group, so far, my favorite memory, honestly, has been our senior Jason. When last year he came up with an idea to bring a green blazer for the end of the year for kind of like an MVP or a low man. I thought it was a great idea, and it really elevated the whole team atmosphere of everything. When it comes to golf, it's a single individual play. You're just playing against yourself, and now that we have the 5 guys that compete or whoever is coming up, it brings more of a team aspect of it. And Jason really did a great job of, leaving the program better than he found it. And that for me was something that I'll never forget.
My favorite memory was probably making it to states, because I've never been there, and the team hasn't been there for the past 7 years. So this is a really big moment for us, and we're really excited to go there and participate in the states.
Mine is also states. I've never been. I was really sad to see the season end because it's been so great for me these last 4 years, and to have just a couple more rounds is just all that more special.
Awesome. Speaking of states, will be there this weekend.
Yep.
Talk about it, Coach, and what it's going to take for us to perform well at States.
Yeah, so it's a really difficult course, very hilly, and it's pinpoint accuracy for a lot of the shots that we're going to get. And we're going to have a practice round tomorrow. From what we've been told, it's not very forgiving right now. So we're going to be able to get to see the course tomorrow, and it really is going to be a team effort. Obviously, they're all playing individually, but that team score is huge. So every hole at a time, every shot, just take it one bit at a time and minimize the risks and just try to go out there and enjoy it and enjoy the experience, like these guys are saying, and not let up.
Explain the course in terms of what trajectory that can be in terms of how well you play.
Well, I mean, there's a lot that goes to it. Whether it's the weather that there has been the previous days, it's been really hot and muggy up there. So a lot of what I've heard, everything's plugging. It's not very forgiving in terms of if you're too far to the left or right. A lot like what John says about making sure that you're straight up and down the course. There's a lot of variables that go into it, but it looks like we're going to get up there to favorable weather starting on Friday. It gets down to like the 60s, so that should make the ground a little harder rather than wet and soggy. So we'll be able to get that feeling through Thursday, and I think all of that distance is a big part of it. Also in between their ears, like you get caught with thinking too much, and it can hurt you. So there's a lot of variables involved with it for sure.
John, what are you looking forward to at States?
I'm looking forward to performing at my best and doing good for the team, and try and win it for us. That's our main goal. We'll see if we can do it.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm just gonna enjoy just the experience. I'm never gonna get it again to play with great guys like John, so I'm just gonna take it all in, enjoy.
That's all.
Last question, Coach. With this group, what will you take away from this team, and everything they've given you this year?
I think the hard work from each one of them to have the desire to get better. And I've seen it with these two and all the other guys that aren't here right now, have that desire to want to be better. And it's not as much as, of course, they want to individually be the best that they can be, but I feel like a lot of it is come on the shoulders of not wanting to let the team down, which I think is a great part of high school golf, because it really brings, like I said, that team aspect into it. And it's not just about you, right? It's about, we've had situations where it's come down to one stroke and it hasn't gone our way, or it has gone our way. So it's either really a lot of excitement or, disappointment. And these guys, as golfers, if they don't play another sport or they haven't played a team-orientated sport, it's a new concept for them. And we've really been working really hard on that over the last 4 years. So, that's really what it comes down to.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey,
Thanks.
good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. We'll be back in a minute.
Awesome. Thank you.
Welcome back to Inside Gulliver Athletics. I'm here with our two football students, Diego and Danielle. How you guys doing?
Good.
Good. So obviously this has been an amazing season. 9-0 so far. looking to go 10-0 to complete undefeated season, be the first time in school history. Diego, what does that mean to you?
It means a lot. We've been preaching a lot about legacy this year with at least the offensive line, and I think we got a good chance to set a legacy if we do that.
And now, what does that mean to you?
For us, it's just one game at a time. It should be good going into the playoffs for us, and we just got to stay humble. And the motto is always one game at a time.
Okay. Did you guys envision the season going like this? I know everyone at the beginning of the year, you have high hopes, you want to do well, but this has been, amazing. And not only have we been winning, every game has really been a blowout. Diego, we'll start with you. Did you envision this happening?
I feel like as a team we had high expectations. I don't think we expected this, but
right.
Just the amount of work we put in, not really surprised by it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To me, I didn't really expect it, but I came into Gulliver knowing that I came in to win.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing I did at my other school, and eventually win a state championship.
What's the transition been like here at Gulliver for you, and how have you enjoyed it on the football field, but also, more importantly, in class?
Transition for me has been great, on and off the field. Off the football field, it's been good. The atmosphere has been great. The students have been great to me. On the field, it's been good for us so far. We just practicing, making each other better every day, and that's it.
We got one game left, senior day. Obviously, that's always an emotional day. The last time we'll get a chance to play at home in front of the fans. What do you feel like that's going to be like, Diego?
I feel it's going to be great. All the seniors, seeing them walk out with their families the years prior, I feel like it's going to be really cool to see my mom and to be able to walk out with my mom and my dad beside me like that.
For me, knowing that this wasn't supposed to be my senior year, for me reclassing, but for me it should be great. Walking out with both of my parents, finish off my senior year at Gulliver Prep.
Had a chance to talk to your mom a little bit the other day. She was very happy that you're here. Been wanting you to be here for years. Obviously, now you're here and you've had this experience. Has it been everything you thought it would be?
Yes, sir. It has. The students are great. Teachers are great. Everyone's just for me, no matter what. And that's it.
So I'm guessing you haven't had a chance to be on an undefeated team, so that could be a motivational factor. Is that something that we really want to finish out tomorrow and go 10-0?
Definitely, yes, sir. Definitely. Yeah. Be able to get that first round bye too.
Yeah. Donnell, you obviously came into the season with a lot of accolades, and sometimes you see student athletes who have those accolades that don't necessarily match up to the play on the field. Right now to date, you have 25 sacks, 40 solo tackles, 29 tackles for loss. Just got a call today from USA Today about you and other All-American awards. What has that been like? Has this been your best season thus far?
Actually, it has. Last year, my sophomore year, I had 24 sacks, but knowing that we're not even done with the season yet, knowing I could get over 30, that should be great for me. And so the accolades and stuff, just the extracurricular activities, they'll just come off the field. But right now, I'm just focused on the season.
And, you committed to Vanderbilt, SEC, a really great academic institution as well as football. Talk about what went into that commitment and what drove you to Vanderbilt.
Well, I went up there. I've been up there 2 times prior to when I committed into my official visit, and my parents really fell in love with the place, the coaches, just everybody there, and also having the ability to be a really good educational school was really important to me too. So having all that factor in made it a pretty clear decision for me.
Do you have an idea what you want to study yet?
Not exactly yet, but I know I want to do something with music.
And I know you're going on a couple visits coming up. You have a big decision. Everybody wants to know which way you're going to go. I believe your final 2 is LSU and Texas A&M. Talk about that, both schools.
It's going to be a hard decision, but this week I'll be visiting Texas A&M, and prior to the following week, I'll be going back to Baton Rouge to visit LSU. But for me, my recruitment's been great, and after I make this decision, I'm shutting my recruitment down, and I'll be all right.
Yeah. So right now, if everything plays out the way it should, and we get the first round bye, you know who we get the potential of playing. Obviously, Booker T in the playoffs could be coming up. Could the Newman, would a game like that be exciting for both of you?
Yes, sir. For me, it will.
Yeah,
Definitely would be.
So, last question. When we look at this season, is there a moment that stands out to you that's really say, man, that was a great moment. That was really cool. That was something memorable that really hits you. Obviously, I'm sure there are a lot of them going 9-0. Had a lot of wins, but Diego, we'll start with you.
This last game, beating Champagnat, we haven't beat them at least any time that I was on the team for my past 2 years. This was the first time that we beat them, so that was a really special moment for me.
Same for us. Everybody's been saying that we haven't been playing anybody, blowing all these other teams out.
Right.
We just got this big win against a defending state championship team. Especially be a statement win for us. Going into the playoffs, we should be great.
Okay. Well, listen, good luck. Good luck to both of you. I know it's going to be an exciting day out there on Friday, senior day, a lot of emotion. Appreciate what both of you have done here this year, both on and off the field. All right, good luck.
Appreciate it.
Good luck. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Inside Gulliver Athletics. We have our student section leader, Olivia Connor, in studio. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
So I must first start by saying last week's homecoming was amazing. Shout out to everyone who was involved, obviously our staff here and all the students. I know you were big time leading that charge.
Thank you.
Talk about homecoming week and what was that like?
So definitely a huge thank you to everyone who was involved with that, from student council to the football team to the parent staff that volunteered for the dance. I think this was one of the best homecomings we've ever had at Gulliver, just because there was so much energy and spirit that went into it. And I think that there was just a culture of energy that every student had, and everyone was really looking forward to it. And so we worked really hard in every aspect, from the dance to the parents working at the bake sales, and everyone really went full out for all the dress-up days, and the bleachers were packed for the football game. So it was really a lot of fun to see everyone come together like that.
What was your favorite part of homecoming?
I think I would say it was the football game, just because we got to see like the dance team perform. The middle school was here. The cheerleaders were in it, of course. We got the middle school football team to come, and everyone was really involved with it, and it was a lot of fun for everyone.
I also saw you running out with the flag with the team.
Yeah.
Is that like something you plan to do, and talk about how that came about?
Well, when I was talking to Ms. Bowen, the athletic director, I asked her if we could use the flag for our mascot to use, since we brought the Raider back. But because the Raider has to carry like the shield and sword, she said that he couldn't do it, but I could do it if I wanted to. So of course I said yes. So it felt really fun to run out with the team, and I think it got everyone excited too.
You sent a video to the administration that was kind of everything involving homecoming. It was a nice recap. Talk about that video.
So as student council, we decided to put together a little vlog of all the days from the dressing up to the football games to the pep rallies. We got everyone to do like a huge wave at the pep rally, which was really fun. And we just mashed that up into a little video and used it as a thank you for the faculty and administration that was involved.
So now, moving from homecoming, we have a big event coming up on Monday, Raider Madness. We did the same thing for football. We're doing the same thing for basketball. This is going to be an event where we're inviting the whole community out, students, kind of a celebration and kickoff of basketball season. I know you're helping coordinate this event. Talk about Raider Madness.
So next Monday for Raider Madness, we're putting together an event to kick off the basketball season, and we're going to have a DJ, we're going to have events there, we're going to give out prizes, and there's also going to be scrimmages between the teams for the girls and boys basketball teams just to highlight them and just get everyone hyped up for this year's season.
Yeah, you know, when you have events like this, I know the students really want to get behind it. What's your message to the students as far as getting out to the event? And also there's a theme for the students, right? Talk about that.
So our theme for this year is pajama theme, and we actually were able to get a pajama theme for the school day also to get people excited for that. So I think my message would be just to really support your classmates because you want them to support you back also, whether or not that's in athletics. Like, you always want to have your classmates back, and we're like a very close-knit community here.
You've done a great job as our student section leader. You've been a part of several leadership groups here at Gulliver your last senior year. What has that meant to you?
I think it's just really given me an opportunity to get my message across to everyone else, which is really just to have a lot of school pride here at Gulliver and get everyone excited about being a student here and being a member of the community. So I feel really lucky to have gotten the opportunity to do that.
What would you say to a younger student that's coming along who wants to one day be in the position you are, to be in all of these leadership roles and excelling?
I would definitely encourage them to do so and really just become involved in any way possible. And there's so many ways to do that here, whether or not you want to be a part of student council and really have a voice in that way, or you want to be part of an athletic group or any other clubs. There's so many ways to become a leader here or just to make a statement in the community, and I really encourage everyone to try to do that.
All right, last question. What's been your favorite experience here at Gulliver over your 4 years?
I think I would have to say that last week's homecoming was definitely one of them. It was one of the most fun weeks that we've had here. There was just so much going on every day and so much happiness in the air. I think that's definitely been one of my best memories.
Well, I appreciate everything that you're doing for our athletic department and our school as a whole. Let's keep the momentum going. Monday night, Raider Madness. Looking forward to seeing everyone out there at 7:30. It's going to be a great event. With that being said, that'll be it for this week's Inside Gulliver Athletics. We'll see you again in 2 weeks.